this 12th chapter from the Quran, Surah Yusuf, interestingly, begins with a dream. It begins with a dream that Yusuf saw 11 stars, the moon and the sun in a state of sujood, bowing to him. So he comes to his father, Yaqub, and he says, "Oh father, I have seen a dream that the sun and the moon and 11 stars are in a state of sujood for me." So you all know that Yaqub then says to him, "Please do not speak of this dream to anyone else." We're not going to really go in details of the story of the Prophet Yusuf, because you know his story. So why is it that Allah begins an entire chapter in the Quran with a dream? Is it to highlight the importance of dreams in our lives, so that some people would dwell over interpreting their dream from last night than actually going and opening, for example, the Quran or TafsirQuran or Nahj al-Balagha or Sahif al-Sajjadiyah and seeking knowledge or reading the history of Islam? Or for example, when I see a dream that I am so eager to interpret my dream, and I would never be as eager and thirsty to interpret an ayah from the Quran that I come across. Is it to highlight the importance of dreams in our lives, so that some people would no longer use tafsir, would no longer use the Quran, would no longer use the book of Al-Kafi Sharif, would no longer, for example, use the hadith from Rasulullah and Ahl al-Bayt, would neglect, for example, Kitab Nahj al-Balagha, As-Sahif al-Sajjadiyah, and stick to dreams? So that the books, the majalis, would turn into areas of discussion when it comes to who saw whom in his dream and what is the outcome of dreams. That is not indeed the case. Today our maraji' can never base a fatwa based on a dream. As in, he would have to use the Quran, he would have to use hadith, he would have to use ijma', he would have to use aql in order to process a fatwa and deliver ijtihad to us, right? He can't come and say, "Well, I read the verses of the Quran and I saw the hadith and I looked at the ijma' and I looked at aql, but I ended up, the night before I released the fatwa, I ended up seeing a dream. So I'm going to base my fatwa on a dream." That's not the case. But why is it that Allah still opens an entire chapter with a dream? The whole chapter revolves around a dream. Because dreams are important, but not my dreams and your dreams. We don't base our lives and our books and our majalis based on dreams. But dreams are important. Whose dreams? The dreams of a ma'soom. Because the dream of a ma'soom is indeed wahi, part of his revelation. So what is Allah trying to say? Allah is trying to say, just like the dream of Ibrahim was wahi, the dream of Yusuf is also wahi. If Rasulullah spoke to you of a dream, that is also wahi. If Rasulullah came and said to the Muslim community that I saw a dream, that Allah will return us to Mecca and we will liberate Mecca, you must take that dream as part of his revelation and wahi. Don't question him. Don't say, "Well, Rasulullah is just a dream." No, his dream is like the dream of Ibrahim. It's like the dream of Yusuf. Rasulullah also saw another dream. Al-Mustadrak ala al-Sahihain for Al-Hakim al-Nayshaburi. Al-Mustadrak ala al-Sahihain, or the rescuer of Sahih Bukhari and Muslim, authored by Al-Hakim al-Nayshaburi, uses the same exact chain of narrators that Sahih Muslim and Sahih Bukhari use. Same exact chain of narrators. And the section of Al-Fitan, he narrates this hadith, that Rasulullah came and he sat on the minbar. And he said to the Muslim community, I saw a dream last night that Bani Umayyah are sitting on my minbar, this minbar like monkeys would sit on a tree. And they have taken over my minbar like monkeys take over a tree. And it was an extremely disturbing dream. Al-Hakim al-Nayshaburi, along with many historians, they tell you Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam was never seen and witnessed smiling after that dream. It was never seen or witnessed smiling after this most disturbing dream. Rasulullah informed them, that's Bani Umayyah, it's as if they're awaiting my demise so that they become like monkeys that take over a tree. They will take over my minbar. And indeed, for so many years, they took over the minbar of Rasulullah and claimed the khilafah of Rasulullah while they tried to destroy the name of Rasulullah and the religion of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.